My friend, he's coming as a visitor's visa, and if he gets married with a U.S. citizen, is that okay?
It's not okay with the intention of coming on a visitor's visa to get married, because that would be a misrepresentation. It would be okay. It would be okay under the law to come with the intention of visiting, changing your mind 90 days later, and then getting married. That's okay.
After 90 days?
Yes.
I'm a resident of the U.S., right? I'm a citizen of Jamaica, right? I filed a petition for my wife, who is also a citizen of Jamaica. That is for her to receive a green card as well. Right. My question to you is, she already has a B1, B2 visitor's visa. Can she travel back and forth to Jamaica, back to the U.S., and visit me whilst her filing or her petition, is being processed? Is that possible?
Yes, she has a valid visa. She can travel to come in. But,
yes.
Okay, you have to be able to show at the airport each time you come that you are truly coming to visit, not to live here. They can always make an independent assumption that you are coming to live here. So for example, when you come on a visitor's visa, you can get up to 6 months. So if you come and you stay here for 6 months and then you go home for 3 weeks and then think you're going to come back for another 6 months, you're going to get deported at the airport. So what I would suggest to people is you come for short durations and spread it out. So if you come and you want to go visit each other, come for maximum a week. Have a return plane ticket. I'm going back in a week. I got to go back to work or whatever the reason is. Show I have my return plane ticket. I'm coming back in a week. And then don't come back, and then maybe the next month you go visit her. And then maybe, a month or two later she comes. So if she comes 2 or 3 times a year for a week, that's okay. When you start coming for long periods of time, you're running into trouble that they may stop you at the airport. That's my only concern. Okay, now, if she goes, her visa expires and she needs to go back to the U.S. Embassy to get a new one, they will not give it to her. So it's only good until it's done.
I've overstayed my B1, B2 visa. What options do I have to get a green card?
Where are you from?
Ghana.
You're single? You're married?
Single.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Where are they?
Ghana.
Okay. Your parents?
Ghana.
Okay. So you're here alone?
Yep.
At this point, not knowing you more than I do, short of you getting married in a bona fide marriage, you don't really have many options because you've overstayed your time. And if you overstayed your time, the only way you can go home and come back is if you have a spouse or a parent here, which you don't have. The only way you can do any type of job sponsorship or investments or anything like that is to be, as an overstay, is to be 245I, which you're not, because you never had anything filed before. You have no family here who can assist you. And even if you want to get sponsored in a job, you can't because you would go home 10 years to Ghana and be stuck. So the only option you have that I see at the moment, we could meet and maybe I can come up with more stuff, is just off the top of my head would be, fall in love in a bona fide marriage. All right, but other than that, you don't really have options at the moment.
How long does it take to get an adjustment of status and extension of a visitor's visa?
Those are two different things. Extension of a visitor's visa could be months and months and months. Adjustment of status is for your green card. You can't do both at the same time. Adjustment of status is taking over a year.
I have a U.S. citizen friend that wants to know if she can file for her mother who's here on a visitor's visa. They gave her 6 months in the country. If your answer is yes, should she put in the paperwork before the time they gave her to stay or after the time's up that they gave her?
If she's a U.S. citizen, over 21, and the mother came here on a visitor's visa, anytime after 91 days, you can put in an adjustment.
I would like to ask you, if you do have a visiting visa, if you would like to get a green card, what should you do?
If you have a visitor's visa and you'd like to get a green card, what you should do is have a consultation with me. I don't have the answer. I don't have the magic form in my back pocket that every person who's on a visitor's visa fills this form out and gets a green card. Everybody's different. Okay, so the first step is you have a consultation. We try to figure out what you may or may not be eligible for, and that's why you have that.
My wife and I have a B1, B2 visa. We have traveled to the U.S. this year. We went to Florida to visit some friends.
Okay.
So we're planning on going again in October from the 15th to the 25th.
Right.
And to visit friends again in Florida.
Okay.
And then again, we would like to go to New York on the 25th to the 28th.
Sounds like a beautiful trip.
For the Thanksgiving
Fine.
Parade.
Fine.
So my question is, do you think we will have any issue because we're traveling
No. Because
very close?
No, because all your trips are very short duration. And as long as you have return plane tickets and you can show, if you're traveling to New York, even a hotel room reservation, that corresponds with your plane tickets, and you can show all that at the airport if you're questioned, I think it's perfectly fine.
If my mom petitioned for me and I came to the U.S. on a visitor's visa and overstayed, what can I do to correct my status?
Well, if your mom filed for you, eventually you'll get, your priority date will be current. You'll have to do a provisional waiver, go home and come back.
My daughter came to the USA on a B1, B2 visa after she joined high school. Now wants to go to college, but we are both undocumented, and what can I do to get her documented?
How old is she?
She's going to college, so.
Well, if she's under 21 and she's residing in a single parent home, and you can demonstrate that it's not in the child's best interest to be reunited with the other biological parent because of abuse, neglect, or abandonment, special immigrant juvenile, she can get a green card.
I'm a citizen. I live in New York, and I just want to know the process, or if it's possible. I buried my mom and my dad in Jamaica suddenly.
I'm sorry.
I have a 19-year-old brother back home. Is there a way that I can get him here with me before he reaches 21?
Does he have a visitor's visa?
No, he has never traveled.
I would first start trying to get a visitor's visa for him. There's no brother, sister petition. You can't do an adoption now. Try to get a visitor's visa. I would start with a visitor's visa or a student visa. I'd go that route first and try and keep your fingers crossed.
I'm U.S. citizen, and my parents are on visitor visa over here, and it's been 3 months they are with me. And I want to apply for their green card from here.
Right.
I don't want to send them back to home country.
Okay.
So can I do that?
If you're a U.S. citizen, you're over the age of 21, they came on visitor's visas, it's more than 90 days, file their adjustment.
Brad, what are the forms I need to
Okay, for each of
send?
them, it's a separate for each of them. It's a separate filing for each. You want an I-485, an I-130, an I-864 affidavit of support. You need an I-765 for the work permit, and an I-131 if they want advanced parole. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.